Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best PC cases.
Starting at number 5.
Fractal Design Meshify. Fractal's Meshify 2 is well thought out and versatile, delivering an enjoyable building experience. Whether you use this case as a system where you just want to deliver copious amounts of airflow and expansion space, a workstation with a cadre of hard drives, a server, or high-end custom liquid cooling, the Meshify 2 can accommodate your build. Its thermal and acoustic performance is also in line with what we'd expect from a mesh front. All this combined earns this case a rare 5-star rating. The only thing to consider before hitting the buy button is whether you really need the space for storage or cooling parts, or should you buy a smaller chassis and save some money and saps.
Coming at number 4.
Cooler Master HAF. Cooler Master's HAF 700 Evo packs in loads of unique features, like an edge-lit RGB glass grille front with a circular LCD display, an infinity mirror to hide ugly bits of the interior while showing off your pretty components, and 5 front USB ports. There's also room for up to 12 drives and EATX server-class motherboards, plus clearance for the largest graphics cards and coolers. But Cooler Master didn't forget about performance with its HAF 700 Evo. It lands at or near the top of our testing charts, thanks to 2 huge 200mm intake fans and a trio of smaller 120mm spinners. Plus, with 18 fan mounts, airflow can get even better. The only downsides of the HAF 700 Evo are its $500 plus price, the fact that it weighs over 50 pounds empty, and the dust filter is behind the front panel, which is difficult to remove. If you're after great looks and great performance with loads of room for high-end parts, Cooler Master's flagship HAF is hard to beat.
At number 3.
Fractal Design Tera. The substantial size and substantial cooling needs of today's components, particularly graphics cards like NVIDIA's RTX 4090, have made several compact cases from the past few years effectively obsolete. But at just 10.4 liters of volume, the Mini ITX Fractal Design Tera case has enough room for most big GPUs, while delivering attractively thanks to an aluminum exterior with some attractive wood on the front. It doesn't have as wide of an appeal as its ATX North cousin, since you'll be far more limited in your component and airflow options with the Terra. But if you don't need to pack in the absolute most powerful CPU, cooling clearance is particularly cramped, and you don't need several storage drives, the Terra is compact, practical, and stunning, especially if you want a respite from PC gaming's typical RGB and aggressive designs. The Terra's flip-up doors and adjustable spine also make this case surprisingly easy to build considering it's so compact. Just know you'll need to bring a modular SFX PSU, because you'll need all the spare internal space you can get with this case.
Number 2 of my list.
Corsair 2500D. Corsair's 2500D Airflow doesn't stand out much as a general micro ATX case. But as a case specifically for rear connector motherboards, it's the best I've tested so far. And if you're after a case for a full-size ATX build, the company also sells a 6500D Airflow for $199. These cases get the basics right, like cutout placement, although a PSU support strip right above the bottom cutout is annoying. But more importantly, due to their dual-chamber design, they provide enough room for the large amount of cable slack that results from plugging nearly everything in behind the motherboard, instead of up front. The other cases I've tested with these rear connector boards don't have nearly enough space behind the motherboard. For even more room for cables on the 2500D, you can opt for a smaller SFX power supply. But of course, that generally costs extra. I do find the basic presentation of the 2500D a bit drab, but adding the $69 wood accent panels morphs the 2500D from a plain bulky box to something I enjoy looking at. That's not going to be worth the extra expense for everyone, but because the panels are accessories, you don't have to decide whether you want them or not until after you own the case. And you are spoiled for choice, as the company offers panels in silver, aluminum, and 4 wood varieties. Other accessories include a vertical GPU mounting kit and a front panel to turn the 2500D into the 2500X.
And number 1.
Lian Li PC011. Lian Li's PC011 Dynamic has been a staple, go-to PC case for pretty builds in recent years, but its days might be numbered. The 011D Mini was inspired by the Dynamic's design, but had a few issues. Now though, the 011 Air Mini is a brilliant alternative. Priced at around $120, you get a lot for your money with this case, including 3 PWM fans, bits of pretty aluminum, a glass panel, handsome looks, plentiful I/O, a brilliant internal design, and full ATX compatibility. The 011 Air Mini features an unusual side-by-side chambered design, but building in it is a breeze and its performance is well up to snuff by modern standards. With this many features, great handsome styling, and such value for money, it's a case that easily earns its place on this list.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.